Well, that's another week of preparation done and in the can, ready for the World Masters. I'll be flying out on the 12th of July. So the weeks are starting to tick away, the time is starting to run out, but the preparations are still ongoing. It was a little bit disturbed this week, I'm not going to lie. It's been a bit of a disturbed week, but we still managed to keep the progress going and still moving in the right direction. So the first place, as always, we're going to start is with the weight management. This is something I feel is very, very important in regards to my preparations. And yes, I'm wearing my trainers still. I'm not going to stop doing that because it's the same every single week. What's not the same every single week is the digits of which it is recording. You'll see there 94.4, which is down quite significantly actually, 0.8, one of my best losses going. Normally I've been losing around 0.6, 0.7, the previous week just 0.4, but a great drop there in 0.8. Now I saw some of the comments and I completely agree, absolutely, it's going to be a case of this will slow down, absolutely. A lot of it comes down to the fact that as I sort of get smaller, the amount of calories I need will reduce, but I am doing a bit of weight training as well, so that will increase that. So it could counteract it a little bit. But yeah, there's lots of different reasons as to why this may slow down. But the mark I am trying to get to, so I asked for predictions last week. I'm hoping for about 92.5. That would be ideal, but time is sort of ticking out, but from where we started at over 99, this is great. I also saw an amazing comment there last week that someone said it's kind of inspired them a little bit. If it is something you're looking at doing and you're going on this sort of journey yourself, what I'd suggest to do is have a document like this, because when you're tracking it on a weekly basis like I am, it's great when I'm checking in at the same sort of time. Your weight's going to fluctuate and move throughout. It's very easy to forget what you was, very easy to forget where you started and the journey of which you've been on. So when you can see week after week that you've been making that progress, it's amazing. The other place I'm looking at now is also in the fitness side of things. So it's not just in the weight. So I did this run here a couple of weeks ago, 6.63 kilometers. Now I've managed to get that up to 7 kilometers. So I'll also be checking in with that to see if we can get that up as well, because that's going to help in regards to the fitness and the respiratory and all the goodness that I'm going to possibly need to deal with not just the long days that are going to be in Las Vegas, but also what is going to be extreme heat. I've had a lot of players message me who are going to this event, who have been watching these, and they've said, do you know what, you make a great point, I'm going to do the same. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of players over in Las Vegas turning up a few pounds later just to help compensate and deal with the change of conditions that we're going to have to deal with out there, because it's going to be baking. So the disturbance in my week, as you can imagine, coming down to commentary. I've got a lot of commentary gigs on at the moment, a bit of coaching to do, and I was down at Portsmouth covering the Modus Super Series. I'll be back down there again for Champions Week to enjoy my downtime in Portsmouth, but this weekend as well, to admit, the women's series. It's quite fun because Jodie's actually playing in the women's series this week because I'm there anyway commentating. She goes, oh, I'll give it a go. I'll enter the event. And I'm going to be commentating this week on there up in Wigan. So again, that's away Friday, Saturday, Sunday. However, oh, hang on. Let's not miss the opportunity to use my amazing graphic of which I've made, which is just a photo of my dartboard with on the board written over the top of it in some form of clip art text, but it's a graphic nonetheless. Graphics are good, it breaks things up a little bit, it transitions into different scenes and topics. And here we go, on the board. So next week I'm going to be practicing with Kevin Painter twice. We're going to be having a practice session on Monday and a practice session on Wednesday, and that's going to be consistent for the following week as well. So that's going to be good, getting time on the board and getting that pace in. But for this week, because time's been disturbed, I thought, how can I maximise my time on the board? What can I do to make this time really purposeful and useful? And with that in mind, I thought, what is the thing that's going to win me matches? What's the thing that's going to make me competitive? And when we look at sort of the head-to-head clashes, the standards, I don't think there's going to be much difference in the front nine average. I think the front nine average is going to be very, very similar. We even see this on the Pro Tour. The difference comes when you're moving around the board and also in the combination finishes. If I'm winning games, I'm going to be taking out 60 finishers, 70 finishers, 80 finishers. That sort of area is going to be key to me picking up wins in this tournament. So that's pretty much what I've been focusing on this week. So to start with, we went 61, up 5, down 1. So if you hit the finish, you go up 5. If you miss it, you come down in 1. That to get started. And then once I got to 100, we held the drill. Then I did 61, up 5, down 1, but then we added the rule that once I miss 5 in a row, I've lost the drill, and then I'm trying to get it up over 100 again. So I'm trying to get the finish over 100 to win the drill. If I miss 5 in a row, I lose. Obviously, if I hit like 67, I get my 5 lives back. So I regenerate all those lives again, I get all those lives back, and then we start again on the next finish with the 5 lives. So 67, I'd go up to 72. Next one, miss 1, 71 with 4 lives, 70 with 3 lives, hit that, up to 75 with 5 lives. You get the idea. Try and get that up over 100, because that is what I think is going to be the key. So let's have a little look at what the comments was on last week's video. Really do like this little section. So, hey Matt, can you explain games 85 to 80? 80 to 85, and the ball 25, especially how you play them against opponent like you do, Kevin. Okay, it's very simple. So you write on the board 80 to 85, so 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, and then so on. And then what we do is we bull up like normal, and then we just play it. So I have a shot at 80. If I hit that, I scrub that off, and I move to 81. Kevin's still on 80. He has a shot at 80. If he misses it, I hit 81. I move to 82. He stays on 80. And it's the first person to clear their side of the board. So if I clear my board and Kevin's still on 82, he's got 4 shots left. So I win 4-0 on that one. So that's how you sort of play that in regards to a head-to-head style. I'm loving the weight predictions. That is amazing. I like the targets and goals. Some of them I think are a little high. I'm really hoping to beat them. So you give me some motivation there, guys. Thank you for that. Also, this one here. Well done on weight loss. Stay away from death by fudge. Obviously, talking about the Rosington place, which is amazing cheesecake. This is where I'm hoping to be. Chris Olive has sort of nailed it. 92.7. That's sort of ideal. But yeah, I do believe that it will sort of plateau. The famous Festa 53, yeah, that's because me and Kevin always play like a first to 27. Will I be attending Q School? I don't have any intention to at the moment. That's not something that is sort of on my ideals. So, yeah. Now is that you got better the further you went, or did Kevin drop off? That's the question you would ask us. No, I definitely got better. It was clearly and evidently, I got everything under 6 visits to the board. It was consistent. The checkouts was good. I definitely stepped it up. We analyse our practice afterwards, absolutely, and we both sort of came up with that. How tall am I? I'm about 7'2". I think I said 7 foot there. Yeah, 7 foot. About 7'2", ish, something like that, maybe close to. But please do, guys, put your comments in. Some of those I see are very good algorithm boosting ones. You know how to play the game. Also, hit your subscribe and your like buttons, guys. Helps me out massively. I will be back next week with some great footage. Me and Kevin are going to be doing some records. We're going to be doing some short form content. We're going to be doing a few little bits that you'll find on the platforms and certainly on here as well. So stay tuned for those. Big update coming next week. Some great news. So hopefully we'll see you back here next Friday. And it's getting closer. It's nearly time.